Test 1 2. Testing 1 2. Test 1 2.
Oh, hello, testing one.
Okay, we live. Yep, we're live. So welcome to our latest edition of TNT.
Boom.
With Mikhail LaMelle, I am Pastor Joe, and we are excited about being with you guys tonight in our undisclosed location.
Yes.
It is nothing like TNT on a Tuesday night and hanging out with my brother.
TNT. I didn't know if I was gonna do TNT. I had some business with my daughter and her husband, and and it didn't go. We didn't address anything. So I'm here. So I'm grateful for that. I think it was divine providence. That's all I say
There
about
you go.
that.
There you go. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yes, he does. Earlier we was just talking about, and I jumped in and well, can we do this? You said, yeah, I was on that. You feel me?
Yep.
So, yeah, man, we here though. At TNT.
We are
We were a
here.
little tardy. We're getting some technical things straight, so we apologize for our tardiness, but we are here and we are glad that you, ma'am, and you, sir, have decided to join us on this Tuesday night for TNT. We were trying to get it so that we could put up some videos, but can't do that feature on tonight. But Pastor Joe and I can talk about a couple of them. I wore this shirt today, and this shirt says that the rainbow is promise, not pride. All right, promise, not pride. And so, move on. All right, there you go. Promise, not pride. And I was looking at this news article. I know this is a Bible study, and this is prevalent and very relevant to our study and to our faith because it's being challenged on all sides.
Yep.
Right. And there's a young man, Jaden Ivy, I think is his last name. He plays for the Bulls, did play for the Bulls.
Yep.
And they have what they called waived him, which simply means they fired him. They let him go. But they try to be politically correct, I guess, with this terminology, saying that they waived him. He was, this was a young man that was very respectful, very upright, I'll say that, and doing, he was raised right. He'd been following certain guidelines in his life. One particular is that he is a firm, convicted follower of God and Christ.
Yep.
Right. And he makes no qualms about that. He's very direct about it, but not overbearing. He's not a heretic.
Right.
And the team, the NBA and the team that organized things for Pride Month and Pride events, they were going to have one. He was respectfully declining to be participating in this event. And so that's really the gist of it. And he unfortunately got canned. And I want to read what their post said. The post from the team, which said, and there was a few slides, but this is the particular one that the Chicago Bulls establishment, the team themselves made a post, and they are being backed up by the NBA organization. The Chicago Bulls announced today that the team has waived guard Jaden Ivey due to conduct detrimental to the team.
Yep.
And I want to be clear that the only thing he did was stand up for his convictions and how he felt about participating and did not want to participate in what he says, and I quote, unrighteousness.
Yep.
End quote.
Yep.
All right. What say you, Pastor?
Yeah,
I know you like that team too.
Yeah,
so.
Of course. The great Michael Jordan used to play for them, and so you got a little Bulls fan in me. But I was reading that today. I was totally surprised when I saw the feed that it said, because I think he was like the 5th pick in the draft.
He's a high ranking.
He's a good basketball player. His mother is the head basketball coach at Notre Dame, and it's interesting because all he did basically, from what I understand, was just made it went live on his own platform and basically called out
position.
Right, what's the position? Called out the LGBTQ lifestyle as being unrighteous. He had some very sharp words for the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that his mother is the head basketball coach of Notre Dame for a reason.
Right.
You understand?
I get
that he's not.
All of it is tied.
Right. He's not. He's a man of his convictions.
That's
the Catholic Church literally pays his mama's salary. She probably gets paid pretty good, right? Because she's a good, right?
And she's good.
And she's a good, She played in the WNBA and all that kind of stuff. But called out the Catholic Church for what he would call unrighteousness, and it's just very interesting because, if you say things such as these, then they're now categorized as hate speech.
Correct.
You really don't even have the opportunity to say what you feel like the Bible says.
Right.
When it comes to these things.
Right.
And, whatever your stance is, there are certain scriptures that seem to indicate to us that homosexuality, the whole thing would be categorized as sin, as unrighteousness. And we've got to a point where censorship, if you will, is real. You can either say nothing, or you can kind of toe the line according to how things are supposed to be. And I think,
or to people's expectations.
Yeah, I think I get it, right? Okay, I think I get it if you are, say, the employee of a public institution, right? Okay, because public institutions have decided that there's going to be a separation of church and state. If you're a government employee, or like for example, I work for Portsmouth Public Schools. I'm a state employee, whatever. So there are certain things that, I feel like I should be able to say what I want, but I understand that there can be repercussions. Well, the NBA is not like that. The NBA is just a private institution.
Correct.
And for him to say what I want to say, thousands of preachers, because I think the number is getting less and less.
Yes. Yeah.
Thousands of preachers would say across their pulpit when talking about a specific or a particular issue, it seemed like a fireable offense to me.
That what he did?
No.
Did not seem like it. And I agree that it didn't seem like it to me. I think that this so-called, what we've been labeling as cancel culture itself needs to be canceled.
Yeah. Yep.
People are in their feelings and not exercising wisdom, and it's deplorable.
Yep.
Be the first one to tell you that it's deplorable. Romans 12:2 says what, Pastor?
We got to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. Okay. We can't be conformed to this world.
So this young man was saying, I'm taking this stance.
Right.
I'm not belittling you directly. He was saying that he alluded to that he's always been a team player and respectful to his teammates.
Right.
He said, I even say good shots to them. I put those two and two together like there are some members of his team that are possibly in this alphabet gang. I always say gang because gangs are bullies.
Right.
Generally, right?
Yep.
And this community tends to be bullies, unfortunately. And I don't like bullies. Don't be bullying. No. And this is a prime example because this young man had a position that's not conforming to what you all's position is.
Yep.
And then we ostracize him and make him feel bad or do canceling to him.
Yep. It's kind of sad in America today because you really should be able to have both sides of any argument. And I'm saying these things kind of tongue in cheek because I don't believe that the Bible gives any room for argument or debate. I really believe that the Bible is very straightforward. But there are some people who will, some good Christians who will disagree with me. But we should be able to have dialogue. And if the alphabet community, alphabet gang wants to take their stance that they should be able to do what they want and that there's nothing wrong with it. Love is love, all those kind of things. I support their right to have that opinion.
Yes.
But I think that we should have the right to also have a differing opinion.
A differing opinion.
Particularly when that opinion really isn't based on opinion. It's kind of based on what we find the written word of God to communicate to us. And silencing people, I don't think is healthy because it just makes us have to agree.
Yes.
Or essentially be ostracized.
Yes.
When, that's just not, that's not even America. That's not American to me.
It's not the way.
That's not, forget biblical. That's just not American.
I am convinced that we are closest to the end that we've ever been with all the things happening. I want to address, because you said something about the Bible and us trying to be subject to it. Right. And this is Bible study.
Yep.
Well, there's a comedian, Kev on Stage, who has, I would say, been kind of pegged as a Christian comedian.
Right.
But I would say that he's a comedian that professes to be Christian.
Right.
He's not necessarily a Christian comic.
Right.
And so I'm glad you agree on that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because it's a very particular thing. But so I had this video, and then I wanted to be able to show you guys, but there's him in a podcast, and I'm only looking up because I want to say the name of the podcast accurately. But he was presented with his stance on LGBTQ and inclusion.
Okay.
And he was talking about how he was taught things about the Bible.
Right.
And he had a position at one time.
Right.
And then he talked to a Christian deconstructionist.
Okay.
And saw some things on TikTok, heard some more things, and was now having a position of the Bible is being interpreted in many different ways, and certain things in it were specific to a community and a time.
Okay.
And not necessarily now.
Okay.
And so his view now is having all the people, do what they want, but everybody, and it sounded to me like I couldn't get that he answered the question.
Right.
Do you think you could be gay and Christian?
Right.
Kind of was the direct question. But he was having this position, and I want to be clear that it sounded to me like he was trying not to be canceled.
Of course. Absolutely.
His whole money is coming from his creativity and being,
Right.
But he was just trying not to be canceled.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And it's very difficult when somebody pressures you because it's forcing you to kind of take a stance one way or the other. And, I haven't really had media training when it comes to that and don't really care about being canceled. But
yeah.
To me, the easiest way to address it is to just state what the word states and let the Bible be what needs to be judged.
Yeah.
It's not really on you. And
people will take your position though if you quote the Bible and take it as you being, they will persecute you,
of course,
for upholding that tenet.
Right. But at the end of the day, I guess my thing is it doesn't really matter what I think. And as a pastor, as a leader, I think one of the things I think I kind of pride myself on is I will tell my congregation, I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I'm going to give you what the word says. What my foundation is, the written word of God. Yeah. This is what I believe that the word is saying and what I believe God's communicating to me. But at the end of the day, I can't go to heaven or hell for you. You have to trust me as your leader. The other day, I did I think I talked about it. I did like a little series, and I was making a point, And to make the point, I brought up the movie, the play Wicked, and I began to talk from the pulpit about, look, I'm not trying to tell you. You work hard, right? You work hard, you make money, and this is how you want to entertain yourself. That's between you, whoever you want to go with, and God. But what I want you to understand is that if this is what you're choosing to do, you have to be able to walk circumspectly and understand that this isn't just about good and evil. It's about witches. Specifically.
And upholding.
Exactly. Seeing the good in bad. Okay, look, I'm not mad at you.
It's literally that.
It's literally that. It is literally that. And at the end of the day, if you want to go see it, fine. I'm not gonna put you out of the church. I'm not gonna say you can't be a leader. I'm not gonna tell you you're not a child of God.
But you're gonna tell you the truth about what it really is. I'm going to tell you what it
is. And at the end of the day, you might disagree with me. You're like, man, you might be going too far. I'm not going too far. I'm showing my point. My overarching point was there's a lot of syncretism in the body of Christ today, in the world. There's a lot of stuff that is just out here in the ether.
Yes.
And under the umbrella of being politically correct, not wanting to offend, which the gospel is supposed to.
We acquiesce,
we accept, and we're loving, and we're all of these things which sound good, but I don't know. No.
Is it worth your salvation?
Come on, we got to take a stance on some stuff.
Have you seen Sinners?
I have not.
I haven't either. We might be the only two people
I have not. I don't think I want to see it.
Who have not seen it.
I have not seen it.
I can't form an opinion. I can't have a conversation about it because I haven't seen it.
I have no opinion.
Right? But I don't have an interest in seeing it.
None. Zero. I saw the trailer, and as soon as I saw it, I said, this is not something I'm going to be watching. Good.
So why are people offended at that? In your estimation,
I mean, because
it goes in line with what you're saying.
Right, Michael B. Jordan won an Oscar for it, right?
He did.
Right. Congratulations, man.
But hold on, I need to interject. Halle Berry won an Oscar for Monsters Ball.
True indeed.
Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, boom. So there we go.
Training Day. Okay.
Right. So
I just want to be clear. Now you see that continue.
I see it. I absolutely see it. And I like Michael B. Jordan as an actor. I think he's
so do I.
One of the
new generation.
Yeah. Don't get out of here, right? Yeah. But there was nothing about Sinners that I wanted. That it just didn't. It's not attractive to me. I'm not into.
The name wasn't attractive to me.
No, I don't see the point of watching that. It doesn't work for me. Again, I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Be holy as I'm holy.
I'm not going to sit down in front of TV and watch a series called Lucifer.
I was getting ready to get to that.
I'm not watching it.
I know some professing Christians who it's one of their favorite shows. I don't understand.
It's not for me.
The title says it's called Lucifer. Who does that? I've never seen it. I'm not interested in seeing
it. It's not for me.
Again, I think we may be the only two of that.
It's not for me.
Since we're talking about programming, these are things that program, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it is very aggressively intentional to us these days. Paw Patrol has introduced a transgender character.
Have they? Oh, wow.
So be careful. Paw Patrol. Blue's Clues has a drag queen.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm just telling you. So now it's this early
to
be introduced to this foolishness.
Right.
And Jade and Ivy taking a stand. I want you to just see how deep it runs.
Right.
That we're programming these children, and you don't have a say. You're going to take our position, or you won't have any position.
Right. You won't have any position.
I'm offended personally. I know I'm a minority in that regard, but I don't care.
It's interesting because I didn't know about Paw Patrol or Blue's Clues, but I knew that Disney was introducing certain things. Yes. But I've heard recently that they've kind of changed their stance, that because the ratings of these movies that they're trying to introduce this stuff is just tanking because parents don't want to do this.
Yes.
And again, this is not me talking. Right. This is just the facts of what they're saying.
Yeah.
And that a parent, I was talking Sunday, and you might think that this is hypocritical, and maybe it is, but you can judge me if you want. I was talking Sunday about fairy tales, and I talked about how I like Shrek as a fairy tale because it kind of pokes fun at the typical fairy tale. It's very creative, whatever.
It does.
And
it does.
The messaging, and I talked about the donkey and stuff, Palm Sunday, whatever. You had to be there. Anyway, but what I'm hearing is parents aren't necessarily for or against LGBTQ, blah, 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 blah. What they're against is my son is 4, my son is 5, my daughter is 6.
That's the problem.
Taking her to a movie, and now she say, Daddy, why is the girl a boy?
Why is there 2 dads?
Why are there 2 dads? First of all, that should tell us something, number one.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, they just don't want to have the conversations. They don't want to have to. It's like we're trying to go eat popcorn and enjoy some time together. And now I have to turn this into a conversation on sexual education for a 5-year-old in a place that they can understand. And nobody wants to do it. I mean, I guess some people want to do it.
It's out of order.
But people, you think it would go this way, but it's going this way. We don't feel like doing it. And again, Michael and I both work and have worked in entertainment. We have friends, cousins, you name it, of all of the alphabets. Every last one.
Like all of them.
Worked with them, hung out with them, dapped them up, hugged them, whatever. At the end of the day, you can be what you want to be. You will never get no issue being who you want to be from me or him. And I can speak for him and say it.
Yes, you can. 100%.
And at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that I want to have that conversation with my son who's 3 years old.
I don't want you to have it with him.
Right, exactly.
I'm offended. I'm offended.
And a lot of those that have kids don't necessarily want to have a conversation like that either. It's like, look, man, y'all figure it out when you get a little older.
So there was a lady today who was reading she was in a town hall city council. And she had a book from a high school, and they removed her because she started reading from the book. And the book was having this 4-letter C word, C-O-C word, several times. And the boy and girl were beginning to be intimate. Right. And he was thinking about another boy.
Right.
While he was with this girl,
right,
and very explicit.
Right.
She began reading it, and her point was, why are you offended when it's in the schools?
And it's in the schools. It's crazy.
And so the madam, the lady in charge was saying, this your first warning, you're gonna be in contempt, like we're gonna remove you, you can't read it. She just used her time. She said, we're gonna take your time away. She just kept reading.
Right.
And the point, it was so clear.
So clear, right, yeah.
And she left, the police escorted her out, but she said, this is lunacy. Like, this is, I cannot read this because you're offended in the public city council with all grown-ups.
Right.
But the lady did say, I'm about to read this. If you have small children, you should probably take them out.
Right.
And so the panel was like, no, ma'am, you can't read nothing offensive, inappropriate.
Right.
She was like, it's around the school. I got this book. I went to the school
and
took this book out the school to read to you all.
Right.
And they shut her down.
Right. Wow.
I don't know that there are many people. I think they are growing. They're coming more aware, but there are not many who have the voice yet. Collectively, like there are people here and there. You see TikTok, like I don't want this in my school, or you see, but we need to have a cohesiveness, a fellowship, if you will, of like-mindedness for this cause.
Yeah, we do.
But you can't be scared.
No, you can't. There are things that I think, from a basic common sense level, we all can agree are inappropriate.
Just common sense.
Just basic. It has nothing to do with your sexuality. Just inappropriate.
Don't have this conversation, or don't have a 48-year-old man dressed up with a wig on with makeup come and talk to Prince.
Right. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
It's very simple. My son and my daughter Micah, my middle child, were best friends growing up. I mean, so much so inseparable that Raven, the oldest, had her own room, and those two they shared a room. They were just inseparable.
Right.
It was a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Until Micah got 11.
Right.
You know where I'm going with this.
Exactly.
So we're talking about appropriate.
Right. Appropriate.
And they cried. She was like 10. They cried. But so what? This is no longer appropriate.
It's no longer appropriate.
It's very simple.
Right.
And then guess what? They got over it.
Right.
And they saw the point.
Yep. Because there's certain boundaries, right? Certain things just shouldn't be. It's just not even. We don't have to have this. Like, this should be a conversation.
Common sense is not common though. And I find myself in so many conversations that are unnecessary, and you would think that you wouldn't have to have, but you have to.
Yep.
For some reason, and that is so frustrating to me. We're talking about. Why is this transgender person coming on a Saturday to the library to talk to these kids? And who are the parents that are bringing the children?
Yeah,
I'm offended.
Right, but a lot of people want to be kind of like, I guess, on the cutting edge of whatever's happening in society. You want to be the parent that's ahead of the curve, if you will.
Here's a thought: if everybody's doing that and conforming, come over here.
Exactly.
That's cutting edge.
Exactly. I think that this generation, man, there's just a lack of parenting, period.
Indeed, it is.
And man, I was listening to these two older ladies that I work with today, just kind of talking about, what their plans were for Easter Sunday, and just how. Just how things have changed. Like when they used to buy Easter baskets, what it was. But it's funny because I'm listening to them, but the traditions that they have are the same traditions that I grew up with. They were like, we're going to take the grandkids out, we're going to take them shopping. I ain't buying a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm buying church clothes for, and it's like, they just run it down. We're going to have this for dinner. And it's just like, it was so interesting to be just listening, like how that's how I grew up. It's just not a lot of that conversation happening amongst either our peer group or the ones that have kids, that's in their 30s or whatever. It's just not. And again, this is not to sanctify the tradition. It's just the concept of parenting and raising your children, and saying no and guiding them through. Man, I'm listening to these kids, bro, and I had the craziest conversation. Remember, I told you about the conversation with the young lady who, whatever. Well, she told me that that's not her thing no more. She has a boyfriend now, right?
It was 3 days ago.
You are making
less than a week ago.
It was right, like it was like, come on, man. It was so funny. So the other day I'm talking to.
I'm very glad that children have you.
Yeah, because her mother came to the school. And I saw her mom. I was like, your mom was here. I said, do you want to go tell your mom about the college? She said, but don't you say nothing. I'm not like that no more. I was like, you just said that.
You just said it. I'm so glad.
Switched it up. But she got a boyfriend now.
As a safe, man in their life.
But so I had a conversation the other day, and I don't like to talk about favorite students, but this is one of my favorite students. I think that she literally has the potential to be a superstar. Like, I wish God give her some money because she has all the tools. She got it all. She can act, she can sing, she's smart, all this.
Wow.
So she was just telling me I was testing her and another dude, and the other guy, Caucasian guy, super smart guy. And she was saying, she's like, Mr. Wynn, my sister's a Christian, but I don't think that I believe like she does. Wow. And I was like, well, okay, cool. And I was like, well, why not? And she was like, well, talking animals, talking snakes, and like a God who would do this and that. She's like, I just feel like I'm just too woke for like her beliefs, whatever. So this other guy chimed in and he was like, well, I know I'm not a Christian because I'm just too far gone. Wow. And I said,
this is third grade.
This is fifth. I'm in fifth now, right? So I was like, bro, you're like 10 or 11. What do you mean you're too far gone? He said, Mr. Williams, I just did so much stuff in my life, and I don't think God could get down with me. I said, hold on, man.
You like 10?
I said, he said, I'm just kind of into different things. It's not like godly stuff. I said, there's nothing wrong with you being into what you're into. And so he starts telling me that he likes girls, but he thinks he likes girls and guys. And I said, okay, do you think God can handle that?
That's good.
He was like, well, he said, I don't think I can get back. Right. So she's like, just telling me all this that, it doesn't make sense to her. So I said, well, what does make sense to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
you where you are.
Right, you know it. And it's so funny because had the whiteboard up, and so I was like, so, well, do you believe in that there's a creator? And so she was like, well, I mean, kind of. I said, so do you believe that everything got here by chance? And so she was like, yeah, there was like an explosion. I said, so you believe that something came from nothing? She's like, not really. I said, so it's one or the other. If you believe something came from nothing, right, or nothing came from something. Right. And so I'm writing it on the board. And so she was like, well, I guess everything had to come from something.
Okay.
But what that is, here we go. So he's trying to explain the Big Bang, right? And all this primordial sloth and all kind of stuff. Right. I'm like, that's interesting. We'll get to that. Yeah. But so we just going through all of it. It's crazy because I'm diagramming stuff on the board. Wow. Like they finished testing, I'm writing, boom, boom, boom.
So everybody's involved in this.
So everybody. So it's like 4 students.
Wow. This is great.
It was so funny because I knew she's one of those, like, you can have an intelligent conversation with
her. Right.
And I knew that I
love those students that you
love them.
Well, I love them.
You love them.
And protect them.
Man, that's right. Don't bother her because she's one of mine.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I knew I wasn't gonna like convince her because she's not that type of person. She's gonna, go home and think about it or whatever.
Right.
And so how testing goes. So like one day we was testing like one subject, and then a week later or whatever, they had me pull the same group. We're back in the same room, and I walk in the same room, and my little diagram is still on the board. And she comes to me and she says, "You know what, Mr. Williams, I prayed last night, and I think I might be a Christian now."
I'm about to throw this phone. Wait.
Bro, this is what she said to me. What happened to you? I said, so what do you mean? Like, what happened? She said, I just kind of thought about it, and I just think I want to please God. Like I want to walk in the right path and
do the
right thing. And she was like, I really want you to continue to pray for me. I said, well, we can pray right now. If you give me permission,
easy work.
We can pray right here, right now.
Right there.
And she gave me permission. And so, we said a little prayer or whatever. She was like, I think that I'm going to I think the path is set for me. I'm gonna,
I've had those kind of students. That's why they just get me real good on the inside.
Bro, it was one of the best, and I'm still working on the other guy, whatever. But it's very interesting. Like
she gonna do it.
Oh yeah,
for him.
She gonna she gonna set up a revival in this.
That part. I see it.
It's coming. But with him, it didn't really trouble me. But again, when you're 10 and 11 and 12, the feelings that you feel are the feelings that we all felt.
Yeah.
Some days we love girls, some days we want to hang out with them, some days we hate them. Yeah. And it's like, y'all, the world is trying to raise our children to take those feelings and make them sexualized. And it's just not that. It's just not that. And it's not abnormal. It is not abnormal for a boy to say, I hate girls. Yeah,
no.
It's not abnormal for a girl to say, ooh, boys, they're nasty, right? At a certain age, right? But even when we get grown, even when we get whatever, sometimes we can't stand the person we with. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of women. They, you run the list.
All
women,
the way grown.
Right. And it doesn't mean that you're now a part of the other community. It just means that you're a human being.
It's really that simple.
It's just that simple, man. And it's so crazy, just the way that we label everything. And it's got to be this and it's got to be that.
People only understand to their level of perception.
Yeah.
And the problem is programming people's perception these days is where that's therein is the problem.
Yep,
the allowing of the programming.
Yep.
These days, man, you talking to them babies, that does me good. I remember I had so many of them that were just like that. You reminded me of Sunshine. I had a little girl named Sunshine, and she was just like that, very precocious, precocious. Yep. And at the time, America and I didn't have any kids, and bro, I was teaching at Jaycox.
Oh yeah,
and we brought kids home for the weekend.
I believe it.
I was thinking like, this is insane. Like,
I believe it.
Yep. Bringing some children to your house.
Yep.
For the weekend.
Yeah. Yep. I believe it.
And so when I see her, she's grown, married with her kids almost grown.
Right. Yeah.
And she said, "This is my other daddy right here. This is my dad." This is how she introduced him, Mr. LaMelle. And I'm always like, wow. And she's a business owner. She owns like 2 or 3 businesses on High Street downtown.
Okay, cool.
Across from Roger Brown. She owns restaurants and she's just dope, right?
Right. Yeah.
But she was that little girl.
Right.
And she always talks about us protecting her. Like she was my favorite. She was mine before I had them. And like how you say, that little girl, she mine.
That's right.
Please don't do whatever, all of that over there. Don't mess with her. So I could completely relate to what you're saying.
Yep.
Sunshine Swinson, Sunny,
Sunny Swinson.
Yeah, Sunshine. She was so funny. And I pray that you are able to see that little girl matriculate to adulthood, and then she come to you the way Sunshine always honors me or shows that it just makes me, I be like all the pieces, you know what I mean? And met her husband, and she said, you got to meet Mr. LaMelle.
Right.
And I'm like, Sonny, you don't have to do that. Like, it's her way of honoring that, I guess.
Right.
It's really, it warms my heart.
Yep.
It warms my heart. Tomorrow is April 1st.
Yep.
And so I'm going to be making a post and talking about Happy New Year. How do you feel about that?
I love it.
Happy New Year is the first of the year, the actual year, how we're supposed to do it. We shouldn't have 28-day months, 29-day, 30-day, 31 days. And our biological clock is all messed up.
Right.
Just like daylight saving. Someone literally just came along and made this up.
Yep. Just made it
and
up.
So Happy New Year. But very interestingly enough, tomorrow is also when there's supposed to be another moon trip.
I've heard about that.
So
if there's no difficulties, right?
I find it interesting that it's on April Fool's Day. So that's all. I just tied that in right there. The first picture, which is different. There's a difference in the picture and the photograph. A photograph is what we take right now, unencumbered, unmolested, unabused, unprostituted. It's not messed with at all. And a picture can be many things. A composite, computer generated image, CGI. Could be many things. So, but I want to be clear. The first picture that we had of the Earth was presented to us by NASA in 1960, and it happened to be April 1st.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay.
It's April Fool's Day, so you believed it. So they presented it to you.
Yeah,
that was the trick.
Yeah, well, if you say picture, most people will assume photograph.
They do.
Right, but they're 2 different words.
2 different things. So to be clear on that. And there is no photograph of the Earth.
doesn't exist.
There was
Google it.
Right there, you can Google it. There was a piece of one from Auguste Picard, and they've done away with it. Auguste Picard was the first one to reach the I believe the ionosphere in his he invented this bubble thing.
Yeah, it was like a balloon, right?
Yep, yeah, and shot it up in the air, but it was out of metal. He went up there, did it a few times. Hennessy made a commercial about it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they had him like going up and then cracking the firmament, basically, like, right. And it was water above there.
Yeah, yep.
Biblical, right? Yep. That they show you in plain sight this thing, but then pretend something else or put these other things attaching to it. Yep. But the truth is actually in there. So yeah, tomorrow, be looking out for that. Say they're going to the moon. Yeah, not true. But April Fool's Day. It's just interesting that it's on that day.
It is. That's interesting.
So many things. So, but Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Looking forward to a brand new season, brand new day, brand new year.
Enlarge my territory.
Amen.
And we're praying for Jaden Ivy and his family and his moral compass, his mental stability, to be strong as he's enduring this.
Yep.
Because the reviews seem to be kind of mixed, but more people are supporting him than not. And I was encouraged by that.
That's good. Yep.
But there have been a few people saying you need to take a class and learn how to treat people better and talk about.
Right.
So he can't have an opinion.
Right. Yeah. He hasn't said anything outlandish or disrespectful.
Not anything.
Right. He calls sin, and that's not the only sin, just sin, unrighteousness, which of course,
And he refused to participate.
Right.
What's the problem in that?
I see none.
So yeah, this word inclusion. This is just, I guess, for me. What are your thoughts about the word itself, like inclusion? Because you're a teacher, and it's used on many different levels now these days. Right. You have SPED classes, then you have inclusion classes that include SPED and general population. Then you have, inclusion.
Yeah, it's a buzzword, because now I've been in education long enough to see it go from SPED classes to what we call inclusion classes, which means that there's a population of special education students, but they're not in a separate class. They're all
together
in the room with us.
Right.
And the whole idea is that they're going to be living in society with us. It's not, you don't go to the, special ed Dunkin' Donuts. It's going to be workers there that had IEPs, just like whatever. So we all learn together, even though they do have, small groups and pullouts and teachers or whatever. But the idea is that everybody kind of works the same. So, inclusion in the school system, it really kind of is a buzzword for SPED and the general population kind of learning together. But in terms of just kind of everything else, it is the idea that all people are included. That's the idea. And it's interesting because I guess when it comes to hiring practices and keeping a particular culture or creating a culture for everybody's culture to be accepted, that's what you want to have. I'm in a predominantly African American school. There's a growing population, though, of Hispanic Americans, and it's growing very, very much steadily. Like, I think the Hispanic population at our school has surpassed the white population at our school, and the white population, I think, is a significant minority in our school. So, like for us, what we would understand is we're going to celebrate Black History Month. Okay, March is Women's History Month.
Right.
Well, now we also celebrate Hispanic History Month.
Yes.
And while we don't have a lot of Hispanic teachers. We do have some that know how to kind of take the lead on it,
yes,
and teach us about the culture.
Right.
And so our school on the low recognizes Pride Month, right? Not like you probably think we should, but we do. You know what I'm saying? And it's, Pride Month is June. June is when school is pretty much letting out. I think this year we're letting out in May. But for that first week in June, we do what they call Pride Week.
Yeah.
And so they have the Rainbow Day, and you can dress up as different colors. They don't really talk about anything sexual,
right?
But it's more about the colors, whatever, so forth and so on. So you have that as well. And I think the idea really is just to try to create a culture where everybody feels.
That's in elementary school.
Yeah. I'm in elementary school. K6.
How do you, I just don't understand how to justify that, having Pride Month, yeah, I don't know about that. I know that they're talking about inclusion, which is a buzzword and became a buzzword with civil rights.
Right.
But now been turned into something else, just like the rainbow been turned into something else. Just like these terms of handles, what do you call them? Labels, like him, her, he.
Right.
Him, he.
Pronouns.
Pronouns. That. I just want it to be simple, and I value all people. I'm not a fan of inclusion, just like integration and segregation.
Right.
I think we were more advanced and doing pretty good governing ourselves and being separate, being in the world, not of it.
Right.
Man. So that's a separatist ideology.
Right.
And that's biblical. In the world, we cohabitate, we're in it, but we don't have to do the same things you're doing.
Yep.
And we're not begging for a seat at your table.
Right. Yeah.
We don't have to invite you to our table.
Right.
You're welcome to come, but I don't have to invite you. Right.
Yep.
And that's how I see inclusion being weaponized. Like, that's why I'm saying in that regard, I'm not a fan of that.
It's definitely been weaponized. And it's kind of been hijacked because the foundation of all of these things was race and racism.
Correct.
And that people were being excluded simply because of race. And
something that couldn't be helped or chosen.
Right, exactly. You can't choose it.
Okay.
It is what it is. And so even the idea of civil rights, right, is applicable to any marginalized group now. But the substratum, as Noah Jones was saying, was racially motivated. I was listening to ESPN today, and the NFL has a rule in place called the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule is a rule put in place by Pittsburgh Steelers former owner Art Rooney that said you had to interview at least one minority candidate for any head coaching job that came available. The Attorney General of the state of Florida is suing the NFL to repeal the rule, saying that is a violation of civil rights to force people to interview minorities. Now, here's where it's stupid, and I did not know this till this morning. The first African-American head coach in the NFL was some guy who was hired in 1921. The NFL did not have another one until 1989. So for almost 70 years, they had none. Listen, zero. They hired Art Shell, who I think was the first one for the Raiders, and there's been a few others, right? The NFL, from what I heard today, is like 72% African American. There might be, it's like 13 or 14% of the coaches. And what the guy was saying was, are you trying to tell me that in 70 years, there was no African American that was qualified? So why are you suing to repeal something when the NFL has giving us the ammunition? No, they have a problem.
Right.
They still have a problem.
Right. Correct.
And even though it's better in the whole, when you run the whole gamut, they have a 70-year gap of none of these. You have a problem. You need to now have laws for diversity and inclusion. You have to have it because you have the problem.
Right.
And so what's happened is, because of that, now everybody wants to have their piece of the puzzle of being included.
Right.
No matter what it is.
Right. I think the term is called DEI, right?
Yeah, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yeah.
So, I harp on that part all the time, equity, because people want equality, right?
Yep.
But equity is really the key.
Yep.
You can't have inclusion without equity.
Right.
You can't have the D or the I without the E. Like
right, you can't.
And we need to get moving in a direction for not equality, but equity. You can't have equality without equity. First, valuing the worth, the value of a thing or a person. You have to have that first. That's fundamental.
Yep, that's first.
And then everything else can come from that. But we can't, as a country, as a people, as a society, get to the point where we value. And so then we have these groups that's demanding a stance, and Jaden Ivey loses his job.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Because you don't value his opinion.
Right.
Like he
can't be diverse. He can't have a representation of a diversity of opinion, which is ridiculous. Particularly, insane. Like I could understand if they fire him because he was, saying they should be killed or being mature, no, he wasn't. None of that. Really, just kind of stating an opinion based on biblical principle.
Correct, and on his own platform.
On his own
platform. Now, this is the thing too. Social media, for all the good, the bad is really prevalent.
Yeah, exactly. And you can own your own thing. You know what I'm saying? You can do your own thing, but that doesn't mean that you can say whatever you want to say on it.
You sure can.
People are looking to cancel people,
and they looking to call you out on something you post. Like you posted on your own thing,
right?
But everybody has an opinion about what you post.
Yep.
And I don't know, social media. Yep. Again, social media. The evils of it, the goods of it, and the evils of it.
Yep.
As opposed to having a conversation that can be all sides.
Right, exactly.
I don't have to like what you said.
No.
But you have every right to say what you're saying.
Exactly.
I'm not going to a Klan meeting, but I'm okay with them having a Klan meeting.
Me too.
Because I want to go to church, and I don't want them to have a say so.
Exactly. Exactly. This is America. You have the right to have your meetings, do your thing, whatever, march on Washington, all that kind of stuff. Just don't blow up churches. But y'all want to meet, strategize, whatever. That's what you should do.
Yes.
And leave everybody else alone to do what they want to do.
Correct.
And again, for those of us who have loved ones in the alphabet community, we in America are going to fight to preserve your right to choose or to be attracted, or I don't want to be even offensive in any way, to have that as how you live, right?
Right.
But you should also allow other people the right to voice their opinions.
Yes. Yes.
And one thing I like about TNT, we welcome people to come on our show.
The door is open. It's swinging both ways. People don't come, but we have never not invited.
Exactly.
Come and say your stance.
And we've always been very welcoming. But we did, when my man Terrell came, him and I really kind of had a difference of opinion, but we worked.
It was awesome, though.
It was exactly, and he wants to come back, and I can't wait to get him back. I hate mayonnaise, but I don't care if you like it. I don't like it. That's me, right? Okay, and I joke it and all kinds of stuff.
And you shouldn't crucify him because he don't.
Exactly. So, like, this is how life works. People are allowed to disagree.
You know what? Social media though has provoked and promoted for everybody's opinion to be more valid than it ought.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
I don't care that you have an opinion, and I don't have to hear it.
I don't.
I can say mine.
Right.
You can definitely say yours.
Exactly.
But it's something about this unsolicited opinion that is mandated on you, bro. I am over it. I'm over it.
All right beside you.
And cut. Bro, I cut very swiftly with it. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, stay off the page.
You don't have to write. Exactly.
How many times have I tagged you or called you, say, "Leo, go to this, like we have this thing, this back and forth with some person, and then they don't really want to smoke."
Nope.
It's like they just antagonize.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Exactly.
Man, I don't have a problem articulating why my position is what it is about a thing, but I don't have to validate it.
No.
That's what's the thing. Why are you obligating me to validate what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
Go down the road.
Exactly. Right. And we should be a little less sensitive, I think.
Bro, people pick up offense like it's like crazy. It's that piece of paper over there. Like,
crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. And
also social media.
Yeah. Also, and the kind of baseline of what we talked about tonight. They kind of operate in gang culture.
Yes.
And I get it. Yeah. I think I get some of it, like, because I would say there has been some offensive language and some very, things that were done that we can't call them loving, right. Even though, some of the preachers or some of the people may feel like they were operating in love. No, that's not necessarily how you talk to people or about people. And so I get that you swing the pendulum back the other way to protect yourself from the potential. But a lot of our brothers and sisters in that community, or the loudest ones, they don't like you saying anything.
Right.
You must fall in lockstep.
Yeah, I would tell you about my friend Tony. That I called him Tony, but he was this particular night presenting as a woman.
Okay.
I didn't know that we were doing karaoke over there. Okay. Venue, me and my brother's on the turntables. I'm hosting. It's great. Yo, woo, woo, singing. I see him. The lights are dim. He's coming in. But I recognize my friend Tony. What up, nigga? Blah blah blah. Woo, 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 woo.
Right.
He takes off his coat. Has a black evening gown.
Okay.
Ball gown, and I'm like, ooh. I didn't know that. Right. I get closer, face done up.
Right.
Like a woman.
Right.
Cold dime piece. I'm like, so I said, man, I'm so sorry. Like, we close now. Said,
right.
Man, I'm so sorry. Bro, I didn't know. And I literally was beside myself with heartbreak because I thought I offended my friend.
Right.
And he said, you all right? He literally just brushed up. You tripping? Like, that's all right. Let it go. Right. Because I say it, Tony. I broadcast it. That's my bro. That's the dude I know. And so, man, ate me up so bad. He released me from that.
Right.
And I went back and hosting. And a little bit of time passed, and I went back to him. I said, man, I'm so sorry. I just kept. It was so heavy on me, Joe.
Right.
And he hugged me and said, listen, I know you don't have any malice in your heart. I've been knowing you for years. Right. You know me as Tony.
Right, exactly.
This is what I'm doing now.
Right.
And I know you didn't know that, but you have never, even when he was being very effeminate, that I hired him for some plays to do the makeup. When we did the Wiz, he did Cabana's makeup. When we did other plays, he's excellent in that hair and makeup. That's his lane.
Yeah, I bet it is. Yep.
He said, you have get me work. you've been on me. Like, we cool.
Right.
Don't worry about that. You good because your heart is pure. You're the same all the time.
Right.
Bruh, the grace he extended blessed me so good.
Yeah, that's good.
And so I use this now. That's a very particular thing to say what we were talking about earlier, that you can't obligate me to your status of that when I know this.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
I can make some changes to try to accommodate that. But I accept it.
Right.
But I don't know about that accommodation.
Right. Exactly.
And he said, we friends, we good.
Right.
Bro, that thing was so good for me.
Yep.
And it was me making it more than it was.
Right.
But I didn't want to offend my friend.
Exactly.
And Tony, I don't even know if you see this, bro. You awesome. You know what I mean?
Right.
And everybody that I know in that community, all of them, like you said, we don't work with.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, all of them.
Top to bottom. Know
clearly my position.
Right. Right.
They clearly know my position.
Right.
And that's it. I know theirs.
Exactly.
I'm not hitting them on the head with my position. So I don't want to be hit on the head with yours.
Boom.
That's the bottom line. We can boom out.
Boom out. That's it.
I'm not going to hit you on your head with my position. So I trust that you won't hit me on the head with yours. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So simple.
It's very, very simple. It actually can be just applied in all your relationships. In just life.
Make that a shirt.
But people, again, social media and different things now, I have to hear your opinion.
Right.
It don't even concern you.
It's right. It's none of your business.
This post was about flat Earth. Right? Why is you talking about over here? I just, bro, it bugs me out. And people don't want help. This is going to be one of my t-shirts. People don't want help. They just want to be heard. Oof. Let that stick to you. I learned that some years ago. And a lot of days it just keeps being more and more clear.
Yeah.
People who don't actually want help.
Right.
They just want to be heard.
Wow.
As a man, it's difficult to just hear.
Yeah.
You're wired and designed to fix it. To help.
Yep.
But people don't really want it all the time.
Man, that's good. That's true.
Ain't it?
So true.
They don't want it. I was having a conversation earlier today and said, hey, you can't tell the help how to help.
You can't do it.
You can tell them what the help you need.
Right. Right.
But you can't tell the help how to help.
You can't tell them how to do it.
But people do it all the time.
Every day.
You're drowning. The more you talk, more water's going in your mouth.
Right.
I threw you a rope, but you want a vest or a tube.
Okay.
I'm in the boat.
Right.
You're in the water.
Hold on till I go get it.
I told you not to get in the water.
Exactly. No, you can't swim.
And I come here, got to take you out of the water and fix it. What are you talking about, bro? Am I wrong to say that? What you said? Wait there a minute. I'll be back. Or I think for me, I would just say, okay, well, hold on. And I would just sit and let you, because that's your choice.
Right. You're going to grab that rope.
And let you flail.
Yep.
Is that wrong? Tell me.
No,
in the chat.
Wrong.
We can't see the chat today, but y'all tell me, is that wrong? I think sometimes people should rest in their choices. You shouldn't be quick to save them, even though they quick to come and try to get rescued.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have made that choice.
Exactly.
You got to do better.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
That's not gonna be good. I'm gonna get some calls and some texts.
That's good. We need all the calls and texts we can get.
TNT not gonna get them. Michael Lamel from Mike. I'm gonna forward them to you. Let's see, can we get on here? Let's see, can we get right on here? He a Steelers fan right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying, could we even see it or interact? Clem the Gym is online, booming and booming. Deaconess Ramona B. Deaconess Karen Scott. I, for one, will not support the Bulls. That's what Clem the Gym said. And Clem said, sounds good to me, all the conversation today. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Exactly.
We love you guys.
Love y'all, man.
Yeah, man. We're about to get out of here, booming out.
Yep.
Listen, tomorrow's April Fool's Day. I don't like pranks and jokes and all that kind of thing right there. Might get shot. But be aware that somebody started that.
Yeah.
Right? And then why did they start it? The things that are presented to you, programmed to you on that day. Just be aware.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Because tomorrow they're supposed to be going to the moon. The Bible says, this is Bible study, right? The Bible says that the moon is a lesser light. It is a light. How do you stand and walk on it? How do you go to it? You can go there, but you can't exist on it.
Right. Okay.
All right, then.
All right.
Yeah, you all have to let me know in the comments later, all right? We'll talk to y'all. And pray for Jaden Ivy.
Yes.
And everyone else that is upholding the scriptures and the tenets of the scripture and the foundational things of God's word. Pray for them. Keep them in your prayers. Yes. In Canada, they are working on a bill right now. They're literally lobbying right now. I got some news earlier that it passed, but it's in the next step, almost passing. It's not quite passed, but social media is saying that it's passed. But I talked to some people in Canada when I went up there to speak. I talked to them, and they said it's not passed yet, but it's about to at any moment, where you can't have a Bible, or you can't preach Jesus. You can't talk about Christianity. Yeah.
Canada?
Yes. I'm going to open it and try to find it right quick. It says Canada just criminalized the Bible. Now, quoting scripture on marriage, sin, or God design for sexuality can be prosecuted as willful promotion of hatred.
Wow.
That is serious.
That's crazy.
That's serious, brother. I'll send it to you. Canada just criminalized the Bible, now quoting scripture on marriage, sin, or God's design for sexuality can be prosecuted as willful promotion of hatred.
Wow.
That was one of the things I wanted to get into, but we had a great conversation. But that's, pray for Canadians.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Interesting.
Florida just passed a bill saying that they can't do mandatory vaccines anymore. They eliminated that governor just did that.
Okay, that's good.
Yep, no more and if you don't want to get no more shots, mandatory, like your job or whatever, move to Florida. Yep, that's it. All right, I'm done.
We out.
Yes, we out. You all have a great, happy New Year. All right.
New Year.
And we booming out right there, I guess. All right.
All right.
Boom.